Hi there, this is Dave Gleason. I'm head coach here at Athletic Revolution in Pembroke, Massachusetts. And today, within the world of youth fitness, I'd like to speak to you just briefly about setting up young athletes and kids for success at the ages of 10 to 13 years old. Now, we have many kids that come into my program that have not a strong foundation. They haven't been exposed to proper training before they've come to me, or any training at all for that matter. And let's face it, in many situations these days, outside of sport, practice and games, there's little to no activity in school, and certainly outside of school, in the backyard playing, so forth and so on. With that said, it just reminds me how important it is to set a foundation for kids, but then also, if you have a 10 to 13 year old boy or girl in your program coming in, don't be so quick to progress them without making sure that they've mastered certain skills that will set them up for the next phase, and the next phase. Yes, we have a limited amount of time with our young athletes. If I'm lucky to get a young athlete in here 2 to 3 times a week on a consistent basis, I'm really excited about that. With scheduling the way it is, with over-specialization in youth sports, with our busy, hectic lives, we might see athletes 1 or 2 times a week on a consistent basis. Now, so within that, I know we need to get as much out of those training sessions as possible, but it still means we have to do the right things. We don't have to look to do all the fancy activities for marketing's sake to make sure that these kids are doing all these fancy, cool things. You want to make sure that their fundamental movement skills are right on par, because what your goal should be is, yes, some short-term success, some short-term goal achievement, and reaching some short-term maybe biomotor goals that you've set forth. But let's face it, with a growing young athlete, 10 to 13 years old, no matter what you do with that young athlete, because the virtues of growing and developing on their own, they're going to become stronger and faster. Their cardiovascular and aerobic capacity is going to get better. All those things are going to improve, even if your programming is subpar. So let's make sure that it's a top-notch, world-class programming. Make sure you set them up for success. Now, in terms of X's and O's, I want to let the IYCA help you with that a little bit more. We certainly we have a philosophy here that comes right out of the IYCA, and I want you to take a look for yourselves if you haven't already. Okay? So check out iyca.org today. Figure out exactly what it takes, the science behind it, and the art of coaching kids 10 to 13 years old. And set up your program so that you set your kids up for huge success now and even bigger successes in the future. This is Dave Gleason. I'm signing off from now, and I'm going to be back with some more videos very soon. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you again soon. Bye.